Hey, what's up you guys, it's Connor, and today I'm going to be doing my January TBR. I don't really do TBRs too much, but this month is pretty much completely planned out for me. All the books that I'm going to be reading in January are pretty much already decided, and I don't know if I'll have time to read any other ones, so I'm just going to let you guys know what they are. The first couple of books that I want to read, I'm going to be reading on my own, and the first one is The Serpent Sea by Martha Wells. This is the second book in the Books of Raxura series. I read the first book in the middle of November, and I really enjoyed it, and so I decided to continue along with the series and read the second book. I am just started. I'm currently like 30-something pages in. I think I'm 38 pages into this book, so I am hoping to finish this book very soon because my buddy reading starts immediately in January. The next book that I want to read just for myself is Preludes and Nocturnes by Neil Gaiman. This is the first volume of the Sandman series, and I know that it's on NPR's top 100 science fiction and fantasy books, so I want to get to this one and continue my goal from 2014 and getting through that list and reading a bunch of those books. So all the books from here on are going to be buddy reads, and I've never done so much buddy reading in my life, but I'm really excited for it, and I actually don't have any of the books in physical form currently, so that's a problem, and that needs to be remedied. The first book that I'm going to be reading is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. This is the first book in the King Killers Chronicles. I'm going to be buddy reading this book with Sarah from Books and Junk, and I don't really know who else is going to be reading it. I know there's a bunch of people that are going to be talking about it with us, like Lindsay from Lindsay Ray, Sana from Inkbones Books, Michael from Bitten by a Radioactive Book, Sam from Novels and Nonsense, and Giselle from Giselle Bradley. So all those people are going to be discussing that book with me and Sarah, and I'm really excited for it to finally read this book because I've had it for a really long time. And since I don't have the book with me, I just bought it on the Kindle app because it was like $2, so that's pretty cheap. So I might as well read it on that. And yeah. The next book that I'm going to be reading is Theft of Swords by Michael J. Sullivan. This is the first two books in the Rioria Revelations. I can't say that word. It's Ryria. And I'm pretty excited for this one. I'm going to be reading this with Chris from Reading Roads and Sana from Inkbones Books, and we will hopefully be reading it pretty quickly because we have a lot of other buddy reading to do in the month. I'm not really sure what the series is about, but I just know that it's really good, and everyone that has read it that I know has really enjoyed it. I think it's about like an orphan and maybe a thief or something like that, so we'll see. I'll probably really like it. The next book that I plan to read is Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. This is the first book in the Farseer trilogy. Everyone that I am buddy reading with this month has read this book already. They read it last month, or this current month, because this is December 31st. And I ordered the book in time to get it, but it didn't end up shipping for a really long time, and so now it's shipped, and hopefully it's getting here soon, and I'll be able to read it and catch back up with everyone else. So, yes. The next book that I'm going to be reading with everyone is Firefight by Brandon Sanderson. That book comes out on January 6th, and we are all reading it immediately when it comes out. I'm going to be reading that book with Sarah from Books and Junk, Lindsay from Lindsay Ray, Michael from Bitten by a Radioactive Book, Chris from Reading Roads, and Caitlin from Kitty G. So that's a huge group, and we all love Brandon Sanderson a lot, and it's just going to be amazing. I'm so excited for that book. If you haven't read the first book, Steelheart, you should totally read that book. It's about like anti-superheroes. All the people that got superpowers from this event that happened all end up turning evil, and they all just like are super selfish and evil and just kill people and like take advantage of normal people, and it's really good. And the main character is he joins the rebellion against these epics and is trying to kill them. So it's really awesome. I really enjoyed it. The next book that I'll be reading with Lindsay from Lindsay Ray and Sarah from Books and Junk is The Diviners by Lebrey. This book is about a girl who moves in with her uncle or something like that, and her uncle is kind of obsessed with like Wicca, I think, or something like that. And a murder happens, and they call in the uncle to take a look because there's like Wicca symbols or something on the body or somewhere on the crime scene. Then she decides to use her secret power that she's kept from everyone to help solve the case. I'm pretty excited about this book, and also the book is gorgeous, so that book is also on its way. Hopefully it arrives before the time we're supposed to start reading it. I think it's supposed to arrive on the 12th, which is the day that we're going to start, so yes, I think it'll arrive before then, though. The next book that I'm going to be reading with everyone else is The Royal Assassin, which is the second book in the Farseer trilogy, by Robin Hobb. And I'm going to be reading that book with Lindsay Ray, Sarah from Books and Junk, Michael from Bitten by a Radioactive Book, Sam from Novels and Nonsense, Sana from Inkbones Books, and PT from PT Hilton. Again, I'm really excited for this book. I've heard amazing things. It's like bigger than the first book, so I don't know how that's going to go because I'm supposed to be reading a lot of other stuff, but it should be fantastic and amazing, and I'm really excited for it. The next book that I'm going to be reading is Rise of Empire. This is the second set of 2 books in the Revelations by Michael J. Sullivan. I'm going to be reading this book with Lindsay from Lindsay Ray, Sarah from Books and Junk, Michael from Bitten by a Radioactive Book, Sam from Novels and Nonsense, Chris from Reading Roads, Caitlin from Kitty G, and Sana from Inkbones Books. Pretty much all of us except for Giselle that are like buddy reading a lot of stuff. Another book that I'll be reading with a few other people, which is Lindsay from Lindsay Ray, Sarah from Books and Junk, Michael from Bitten by a Radioactive Bug, and Sam from Novels and Nonsense, is Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Road. This is the first book in the, Fallen Kingdom series. And I've had this book since last December, and it's about time that I get around to reading it because I've heard amazing things. I know Lainey from Ginger Reads Lainey is like obsessed with this series, so it'll be nice to see what she's always talking about. This book follows 4 different characters, like point of views, and it's a princess, a rebel, a sorceress, and an heir, which I don't really understand the difference between the princess and heir, because isn't the princess an heir? I don't know, but we shall see. So those are, 10 books or something like that, and if I magically happen to read another book, it's going to be Half a King by Joe Abercrombie. This is the first book in the Seaside series. I don't really know. They should have it on here. I don't know why they don't. I'm not really sure what this series is called, but I know next month they're going to be reading the second book in the series, so I really need to get to it soon. And I'm just very excited. I think this book is about a prince that becomes king after his dad or his brothers are murdered, and he is deformed, so he is considered half a king and not really respected, and he doesn't know anything about like court life and stuff, so it's really awesome. And look at how many people blurbed this. Patrick Rothfuss, Rick Riordan, Robin Hobb, Sam Sykes, I don't know who that is, or Mike Cole, I don't know who that is either, but that's amazing. I'm so excited to read this book. So those are the books that I plan to read in January. Let me know what you guys are planning on reading, or if you've read any of these books, or if you're interested in buddy reading some of these books along with all of the people that I named in this video. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!